AT&T WNBA All-Star Game 2021 in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada. At Mandalay Bay, it is Team USA against Team WNBA at Michelob Ultra Arena and
Arena for AT&T WNBA All-Star 2021, featuring the USA Basketball Women's National Team versus Team WNBA. Now, let's meet the teams. First, for the USA Basketball Women's National Team. The head coach, a six-time WNBA All-Star, Olympic gold medalist, and Hall of Famer, Dawn Staley. Now for the reserves. A first-time All-Star, also making her USA Basketball debut from the Washington Mystics, Ariel Atkins. She's the WNBA scoring leader, an eight-time WNBA All-Star, making her third appearance with USA Basketball, an MVP from the Washington Mystics, Tina Charles. A two-time WNBA All-Star and first-time Olympian from the Minnesota Lynx, Napheesa Collier. She's making her debut appearance with USA Basketball, a five-time WNBA All-Star from the Phoenix Mercury, Skylar Diggins-Smith. A dominant inside force, making her fourth visit to the Olympics, a seven-time WNBA All-Star from the Minnesota Lynx, Sylvia Fowles. A four-time All-Star, also making her debut with USA Basketball from your Las Vegas Aces, the point guard, Chelsea Gray. A 10-time WNBA All-Star, a four-time Olympic gold medalist, making a record-setting fifth appearance with USA Basketball from the Phoenix Mercury, Taurasi. And now, let's meet the starters for the USA Women. A record-setting 12-time WNBA All-Star, a four-time Olympic gold medalist, also making her fifth trip to the Olympics from the Seattle Storm, Sue Bird. A seven-time WNBA All-Star and Olympic gold medalist, making her second appearance with USA Basketball from the Phoenix Mercury, Brittney Griner. A three-time WNBA All-Star, celebrating her first appearance on the USA Basketball team from the Seattle Storm, the Gold Mamba, Jewell Loyd. A three-time All-Star and Olympic gold medalist, returning for her second appearance with USA Basketball, an MVP from the Seattle Storm, Breanna Stewart. And she's the 2020 WNBA MVP and three-time WNBA All-Star, repping USA Basketball for the first time from your Las Vegas Aces, A'ja Wilson. And let's hear it one more time for the USA Basketball Women's National Team. WNBA. Their first head coach for Team WNBA is a nine-time WNBA All-Star, four-time WNBA champion, two-time Olympic gold medalist and Hall of Famer, Tina Thompson. And the America's second head coach, an 8-time WNBA All-Star, 2-time WNBA champion. She's a 4-time Olympic gold medalist and Hall of Famer, Lisa Leslie. And now the reserves for Team WNBA. The league's most dominant inside presence, leading Las Vegas in rebounds and blocked shots, shining into her 4th All-Star from your Las Vegas Aces, Liz Cambage. Leading her team in scoring and making her first All-Star appearance from the Chicago Sky, Kahleah Copper. She's a 2-time WNBA 6th Woman of the Year. Amaya's mom is making her first All-Star appearance from your Las Vegas Aces, Dearica Hamby. Enjoying a breakout season, posting career highs in points, rebounds, and assists. A first-time All-Star from the Connecticut Sun, Brionna Jones. 2020's WNBA Most Improved Player, now leading the New York Liberty in scoring and making her All-Star debut, Betnijah Laney. Making her first All-Star appearance in just her 2nd season, while leading Dallas in both rebounds and blocked shots. From the Dallas Wings, Satou Sabally. Leading the league in drift and leading her team in points, rebounds, and assists. A first-time All-Star from the Atlanta Dream, Courtney Williams. And now, let's meet the starters for Team WNBA. She's helped lead Connecticut to the best record in the East, a 4-time WNBA All-Star, the Connecticut Sun's DeWanna Bonner. She's leading the league in rebounds while scoring a career high in points per game, enjoying her 3rd All-Star appearance from the Connecticut Sun, Jonquel Jones. One of the most explosive players in the league, the reigning WNBA scoring champ, making her first All-Star appearance from the Dallas Wings, Arike Ogunbowale. She is a WNBA icon, leading Chicago in both rebounds and blocked shots, celebrating her 6th All-Star and her first with the Chicago Sky, Candace Parker. And she's getting it done on both ends by leading the league in assists and steals. She's a 3-time All-Star from the Chicago Sky, Courtney Vandersloot. And let's hear it one more time for Team WNBA and the USA Basketball Women's National Team.
To Tokyo, and Team WNBA trying to put on their best show as Sue Bird, the record 12-time All-Star, gets things started. Here is Breanna Stewart, unable to hit in the rebound, left to Parker.
It's one of the things that'll be a little bit different is Team USA has offensive sets that they've been working on for some time, and they'll be running them, but you'll still see some nice hooping from the All-Star squad.
And I love the enthusiasm from Tina Thompson, who's co-coaching with Lisa Leslie today. A couple of Hall of Famers along with the partner sitting next to me. Here's Sue Bird. Her pull-up jumper is good. Just incredible what Sue Bird and Diana Taurasi are about to try and do. Trying to become the first basketball players, women or men, to win a 5th Olympic gold medal as that rebound tips out of bounds.
Obviously, the USA team has things they want to accomplish in this game as they're getting ready for the Olympics, but the All-Stars do as well. You know, they want to show that they belong, perhaps themselves, in USA basketball jerseys, but also they take the responsibility seriously of helping prepare Team USA to go win that gold.
Here's Courtney Vandersloot, has her pass taken away by A'ja Wilson. Bird, the no-look to her teammate Jewell Loyd, who lays it in. Well, those two connect plenty in Seattle. Storm team currently with the best record in the WNBA as the league hits the Olympic break. Here is Bird around the screen from Griner, hits her with the pocket pass, and Griner splashes the jumper. Sharp start here for Team USA.
I just love that possession. Sue Bird's coming down. You just see a quick little head nod to Brittney Griner, letting Brittney know, yes, step up and set the screen for me.
Here's Vandersloot leading the league in assists and steals. Ogunbowale, who led the league in scoring a year ago. Jones, good position and able to take advantage. Jonquel Jones, maybe the MVP favorite right now in this league.
Certainly in that conversation. She's playing great for the Connecticut Sun.
Here's another candidate, Breanna Stewart, splashing a triple.
What's the over-under on the first whistle? First foul call, Brian. And the time? Under 5?
How about right now?
No, it's not foul.
All right, but it's a whistle.
Yeah, a foul.
I think Candace Parker's already a good choice to have a mic for this game.
Yeah, without question. And great advice. In typical All-Star games, it's true. If you run, you'll beat defenses down the floor. I don't know if that'll be the case today.
Ogunbowale connects on the 3. Arike Ogunbowale really building on what was a terrific season last year she had with Dallas, and this year translating into wins for the Wings.
Yeah.
Here is Stewart. Deep position and able to finish. Parker. Stay off. And here comes Bird. Bird still operating the starting point guard spot for Team USA as Wilson, in what'll be her first Olympics, hits the jumper. A 15-7 start for Team USA as Ogunbowale flips it in. What's impressed you most about Arike as one of these rising stars in the WNBA?
It's the same now as it's always been. Her ability to come through in the clutch. She's as good as we've ever seen on the college level doing that. And her explosiveness, especially in the open floor, and her ability to create her own shot.
Out of bounds, possession goes to Team WNBA.
You see Arike, I mean, how do you defend her? Where do you force her? She can hit threes. Here she gets by Sue Bird. Help defense comes, still can finish. She's strong, explosive, quick.
Ogunbowale making her first All-Star appearance. Bonner might have gotten away with a travel. It is the All-Star game after all. DeWanna Bonner in Connecticut had a very strong start to the season. Right now, the 3rd best record in the WNBA. Certainly a championship contender as Stewart can't finish. And Jonquel Jones, who grabs the rebound, the #1 reason why.
That's something she's added to her game, in particular this season. Jonquel Jones, the ability to facilitate on the break.
Jones, step back 3 is good. Jonquel Jones will compete in the three-point competition at halftime, and that's why 44% from 3 this season.
6'6". Long, athletic, and consistent from 3.
Sue Bird, the lob. Griner able to finish. Speaking of MVP candidates, Brittney Griner is having a tremendous season for Phoenix as Jones splashes another 3 and ties this game at 17. Team WNBA ready to make a hockey-like substitution with 5 players going to the scorer's table. Jewell Loyd's pull-up is smooth.
And that's one of the luxuries with Team USA. You have multiple teammates from their WNBA teams, and that was Breanna Stewart finding Jewell Loyd, knowing where she was going to be. They've got plenty of experience with that.
Ogunbowale to the reverse. Good rhythm to this game thus far.
No whistles.
You're still waiting for the first. A'ja Wilson is gonna, you know,
there it is.
You spoke it into existence. All the manifestors out there, they feel validated right now.
The official getting Candace Parker back for saying that they let anybody ref these games.
So Wilson will shoot 2. Team WNBA ready to sub out 5 players.
A'ja Wilson at the line, 2 shots.
These free throws presented by YouTube TV. Watch live TV, no cable box required. Scan the QR code now to try it free for 2 weeks.
I want to look into people's living rooms and see them sprinting to the screen to scan the code before it goes away. Got a little more time. Oh.
Is that what's happening at the Lobo Russian household right now?
Yeah, I don't know how many of them know how to use the pause button.
I think Rose would beat the other 3 to the TV.
You know what? I think you're right.
The youngest but the mightiest.
Push them out of the way.
Courtney Williams, a first-time All-Star into the game for Team WNBA, along with Betnijah Laney, Kahleah Copper, Satou Sabally, and Dearica Hamby.
All first-timers out there right now for the WNBA All-Stars.
Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Well, what if I told you about a story of 2 11-year-olds that played AAU basketball together in North Philadelphia for the Philly Triple Threat? They grew up to be All-Stars for the very first time together. That's the story of Betnijah Laney and Kahleah Copper. Imagine that. 11-year-olds starting their journey, and now here they are on the biggest stage in the world for women's basketball. They're so excited, so proud, and of course representing Rutgers, where they also played in college together.
I mean, how cool is that?
That's remarkable.
Betnijah Laney has had just a terrific season for the New York Liberty, leading them into playoff contention.
Dearica Hamby at the line.
Can I just say I'm glad that Holly didn't just leave it as, imagine if I told you. I'm glad she did tell us. Because what a great story.
She usually pays off her story.
Yes, she does.
That wasn't an atypical report, but you're right. She really could have left us hanging.
And 2 women who have really upped their game over the course of the last season and a half.
Absolutely. Incredible growth from both players. James Wade has talked so much about working with Kahleah Copper and their exchanges in the offseason. What a voracious learner she is, always wanting to get better. Chelsea Gray got a big hand from the Vegas faithful here. Her first season with the Aces. Shot clock down to 2. Gray hoist, can't hit. Here comes Hamby, another member of the Las Vegas Aces. Here is Copper, stopping on a dime and found the angle, able to flip it in.
How about that? It looked like she slipped and lost her footing for a second.
Here is Loyd out there working with Tina Charles, Sylvia Fowles, Stewart, and Chelsea Gray. Hamby came with the double. Fowles couldn't finish. And here comes Laney and Team WNBA in a tie game at 21. Sabally in her second year in the W. First time All-Star, couldn't finish. Gray, the fling, 2-on-1. Charles will lay it home.
You know, Tina Charles, if she's on the court, she's going to be running hard. And Chelsea Gray, one of the most exciting passing point guards we've got in the game right now.
And Tina Charles having an absolutely incredible season for the Washington Mystics. Another one of those MVP favorites right now. Coming up with a rejection of Hamby is Fowles.
Sylvia Fowles having a fantastic season this year, in particular on the defensive end of the floor.
With the hottest team in the WNBA right now, the Minnesota Lynx, as Gray hits the jumper. Well, Sylvia Fowles right now, probably the favorite to be the defensive player of the year, would be her 4th.
She can block shots, she can get steals, and she prevents the ball from going in the post as well as any big player.
The all-time leading rebounder in league history as Gray travels. And Team WNBA turns it over. Napheesa Collier, Skylar Diggins-Smith will check into the game for Team USA. Both first-time Olympians. Skylar Diggins-Smith would have been in contention in 2016, but tore her ACL. Said she was very emotional when she was officially named a member of Team USA after the long journey she has been through. Copper shields and cups it in. This game tied at 25.
So, seen some nice drives to the basket by members of the All-WNBA team, and that was sweet. Getting it over Sylvia Fowles, as we mentioned, one of the better shot blockers in this league.
Final minute of this first quarter as we celebrate the 25th anniversary season of the WNBA. Charles tried to sneak it inside, knocked out of bounds, and it's going to be Team WNBA basketball. I think we've already seen more defense than you usually see in an All-Star game.
Oh, yeah. 4 quarters combined into 1.
Laney couldn't finish. Sabally, the offensive rebound. A 3 from the corner, no good. Laney was able to volley it over her head, but out of bounds. And it is USA basketball. Rebecca, in those lead-up games to the Olympics, what are you trying to accomplish when you're a member of Team USA like you were in 1996?
More than anything, you're trying to find a rhythm and flow because these women have not had that much time together.
Well, Skylar Diggins-Smith finding a flow from the corner. Brittney Griner likes it. Diggins-Smith has had a really strong first half of the season with the Phoenix Mercury as they have dealt with some injuries. 6 seconds left in the quarter. Nice find from Laney-Hamilton couldn't finish. Here comes Collier, the youngest member of Team USA, nearly put it in from half court. That'll do it.
League and to the USA.
That was my next question is, who do you look out here and see and just get excited about?
I mean, I'm just a fan of so many players, obviously on our national team, and when I look over there, there's just so many players that I love to watch, and to see them all on the same court together, it's a special day.
Is Team USA focused at all on defense today? Like, have there been any defensive conversations?
Yeah, obviously there is. There's an element to being in an All-Star game too, which, much defense isn't really on the, on the high priority list. But we'll get there, Holly. Give us a break, man. Give us a break, Holly.
Thank you, Diana.
No problem. Bye.
Oh, always great to hear from Diana Taurasi, and can't wait to watch her compete in her 5th Olympics. Not playing today as she deals with a little bit of a left hip issue. And we talk about friends growing up. How about those two? Best friends, still playing at an incredibly high level after all these years and about to compete together again.
Yeah, and you just saw Diana look over and say to Sue, did you hear that last question from Holly?
Here is Fowles charging through, lays it in, plus the foul.
Sylvia Fowles, the last 2 possessions, getting the ball and taking it hard to the basket, holding off her position. Brionna Jones trying to stay with her, but it's hard when Sweet Syl's coming through the lane.
Sylvia Fowles has just had such a remarkable career and still a dominant force. 14th all-time in points. We mentioned the all-time leading rebounder, a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. This is her 7th time being an All-Star, and will be her 4th Olympics. Here is Gray. Around the screen from Fowles. Flips it into Sylvia. Collier, her Minnesota teammate, gets it right back to Syl to the hook, left it a little short.
It's another one of those teammate connections, though, that we can see from Team USA.
Here's Betnijah Laney out there with Brionna Jones, who has had such an impactful start for Connecticut as she gets fouled there and is going to shoot 2. Experience AT&T WNBA All-Star like never before with WNBA All Access Pass, the new augmented reality experience for fans. Download the WNBA app to get exclusive access to live events and behind-the-scenes content throughout All-Star.
Augmented reality experience.
Yeah. It's slightly different than normal reality. It's augmented.
I want that in my home life. Just to augment my reality experience.
I feel like we got a little bit of that in the season finale of Loki today on Disney+.
I haven't seen it yet.
It's terrific. Here's Gray around the screen from Charles. Step back jumper, too strong, and the rebound flagged down by Jones, able to save it. Here comes Ogunbowale, speeding ahead, finding Bonner, off on a three. Jones there, couldn't clean it up. Good D from Sylvia Fowles. And now a chance in transition for Team USA. Beautifully done on the touch pass. Charles to Collier. 35-31 Team USA lead as Jones couldn't finish. And Collier able to sweep away the rebound.
Napheesa Collier playing well in her minutes. A block shot, a rebound. She scored the last possession down. A special place in my heart for her, Ryan, because she is the youngest player on this team. I fulfilled that role a lot of years ago, and it can be challenging.
Jones pull up three, no. Bree Jones comes up with the rebound. 3 Connecticut Sun touching it on this possession as Bonner spins it in acrobatically off the glass. Diggins-Smith. How about the pace of this game?
Yeah, it's been terrific. And there has been defense. There's been pretty good defense by both teams.
Ogunbowale unable to hit from 3, and Fowles will flag it down. How about Chelsea Gray and what she brings to the Las Vegas Aces?
I mean, she's been terrific. I mean, you see what she does right there. She keeps defenders on her hip. She delivers to players, her teammates, when they're open. We've seen her already this season and throughout her career hit big-time shots at the end of games.
A champion with the LA Sparks. Hit massive shots in those finals back-to-back years against Minnesota. What a find there from Gray to Diggins-Smith. Couldn't hit the 3, but my goodness, what a dish.
It was beautiful.
Ogunbowale left alone, buries the 3. Fowles able to finish with the left hand.
She's done a really nice job. I think that's the 3rd time she's gotten the ball, attacked the basket, finished.
Sylvia Fowles. 5 points off the bench. Nice back and forth action here with Team WNBA and Team USA. A 1-point game midway through the 2nd quarter. Charles straight on 3. No good. Collier able to clean it up and then gets rejected by Bonner. Ogunbowale speeds in and finishes to give Team WNBA a 1-point lead. Ogunbowale's coming for that MVP trophy.
Yeah.
12 points now for Arike on 5 of 7 shooting. Here's Diggins-Smith around the hedge, the floater, too strong. Rebound, corral, searched, presented by Google. How about this? The WNBA All-Star Game is the top trending search topic on all of Google in the U.S. today.
How about that?
Outstanding.
Yay, people using Google.
Absolutely. As Bonner travels, been a tight game in this first half of the Team USA versus Team WNBA All-Star game. Everybody on each team credited as an All-Star this season. Sue Bird back into the game. Breanna Stewart as well as Collier gets blocked by Jones. Here comes Ogunbowale. Fighting off Griner. Tried to throw it to Jones, and Jones wasn't looking, and nobody's looking right now. So Ogunbowale gets it back.
I'm looking.
Parker can't hit the three. Parker follows it up, though. Gets denied by Collier, and here comes Bird. 2-on-2 with Stewart. Bird, no look. Collier straight on. Can't hit the three. Stewart, another chance here for Team USA. Diggins-Smith, outstanding fake, but too much on the floater. You see Andre Drummond getting ready to sit down courtside. Team USA men are also here practicing and getting ready for their trip to Tokyo. Griner turns, can't finish, and Parker the rebound. Here is Jones digging in. A one-point Team WNBA lead. Ogunbowale trying to shake Stewart. Couldn't curl it in after the nice breakdown. Here comes Team USA with a 3-on-2. Bird feeds Griner, who flips it in. She promised Holly a dunk or two.
She didn't quite have her feet under it. Jonquel Jones got out of the way, and I'm not going to be on this poster.
Here is Jonquel, off on a three. Stewart, step back three, short. Breanna Stewart, the finals MVP for a second time last season. Already a league MVP as well. Going for her second Olympic gold medal. Was a EuroLeague MVP this offseason also. Incredible comeback after she tore Achilles in 2019. Steal there from Vandersloot, just couldn't put it in. And now Ogunbowale is going to foul Breanna Stewart, and we'll have some substitutions for Team WNBA and Team USA. We'll step aside.
Really quickly.
Okay.
But it'd be pretty great to have a 6'6" player win it, wouldn't it?
I think so.
Go Bigs.
Griner, speaking of bigs, able to finish. The offense stalled for a while in this second quarter after a very fluid first. Hamby on the follow, finishes. The two-time sixth woman of the year in the WNBA and a first-time All-Star. That three won't drop. Team WNBA had missed its last 8 shots before that Hamby layup. Here's Laney insisting her way down the lane. Could not finish. Here comes Bird. Coaches Lisa Leslie and Tina Thompson, they wanted a foul there.
Yeah. Coaching to win.
They are. Dawn Staley, another Hall of Famer, is part of the coaching crew. Speaking of the coaches, let's take a listen into them wired for sound.
We all got to switch it over now. We got to flip the switch. The only way you're going to beat USA, the only way is by having more possessions than them. It's got to be rebounding. Otherwise, we're going to have to go ahead and get a new 5 in, y'all. Come on.
You got to make them help. So if they don't help, it's one-on-one. You got to go. If she helps, you got to spot up.
How about Lisa Leslie? Step it up or I'm taking you out.
Yeah. Lisa Leslie, Tina Thompson taking it very seriously. They want this win. Here's Courtney Williams, the first-time All-Star. Splashes in the jumper. Shot clock is turned off. Loyd couldn't finish, and that will do it for the end of the
The
first.
Australian national team yesterday, a little bit of a hip issue. She just wanted to be cautious and not chance anything going into the Olympics for Team Australia. They have an exhibition game against USA in just a couple of days.
Great info, Holly. We appreciate the update. Team Australia training out here in advance of the Olympics. Oh, how about Vandersloot? Looking like a wideout over the shoulder, able to find it. Jones. Hey, Jonquel, we know you just, hoisted up 5 racks worth of shots 2 times. Didn't get a halftime, but we're going to start you anyway and go right back to you.
Right?
The endurance of Jonquel Jones on display. Jonquel played with Bosnia, and they are not qualified for the Olympics, but made some real progress thanks to the contributions of Jonquel Jones.
Missed 5 games with the Connecticut Sun when she was fulfilling that overseas commitment, but came back and it looked like she didn't miss a beat.
Quigley, by the way, in that 3-point contest, made 9 of her last 10 shots to win it and beat Jones.
Yeah, I'm not in favor of her not participating in the next one.
No.
Not time to retire
I
yet,
don't think the
Allie.
league's going to be either. Ogunbowale can't hit the 3. Here comes Bird at 5 assists in the first half. The all-time leader in games played and assists in WNBA history. Oh, Griner, the deep catch. Forces it in over Jonquel Jones.
Liz Cambage, Lisa Leslie, Tina Thompson all looking for travel on that one.
Oh, how about that?
Ryan, like when you watch All-Star games, often in like the first few minutes, you're like, that player, they're trying to get MVP. Arike Ogunbowale is trying to get MVP.
Griner is fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Arike looking for her offense. Beautiful backdoor cut and great delivery from Candace Parker for the finish inside.
Brittney Griner at the line.
How about the front court talent in this game? I mean, it is incredible. We just heard Holly talk about one front court player who's not going to play in this game, Liz Cambage. You have Griner at the line. You have A'ja Wilson standing next to Jonquel Jones. You have Breanna Stewart standing next to Candace Parker. Popcorn looks good, Liz. I mean, it's incredible the talent in the front court right now in the WNBA.
Yeah, you've got the size of Brittney Griner and Sylvia Fowles, the versatility of a player like Jonquel Jones, Candace Parker, Breanna Stewart, a variety of styles of play. A'ja Wilson,
Tina Charles, who's leading the league in scoring right now, on pace to have the highest scoring total in league history, over 26 points per game. Diana Taurasi, the current record holder, as Wilson hits the jumper. But you're right, a variety of different styles when you think of a big like Fowles, right, who doesn't extend beyond the 3-point line, or Griner. But then Parker does.
Yep.
And they're all effective. Wilson, had it taken away by Parker. Then the gorgeous feet ahead. Ogunbowale can't hit the 3, and Stewart flies back for the rebound.
Behind you,
Here's Wilson working with Jones. Step back is short. Griner served the rebound up to Jones. Team USA had 5 players back. Jones thought better of the break.
Not often in All-Star games you have 5 players back.
Jones couldn't finish the first time. She does the second. Oh, how about Parker? She's done it twice. Big grin on her face, and Parker lays it in. What a smile from Candace Parker after she picked the pocket.
She's having fun.
Candace Parker won 2 gold medals with Team USA. was controversial when she was left off the 2016 team. Parker called for a foul there. Let's take a listen in to Lisa Leslie, wired for sound.
It was just a little break. We about to keep it going. Right here. Let's go. Let's go. You ain't said nothing. Let's go to the game. We about to make history. We about to make some history. Let's go. Here we go. Rebound on 3. 1, 2, 3. Rebound.
This squad is competing and having fun right now.
Feels like it might be the first time in All-Star game history that somebody chanted 1, 2, 3 rebounds. Stewart hits the 3. Right, I mean, you're midway through the third quarter. It's a 2-point game. It's already been more competitive than you would normally see, but things are going to really ratchet up as we get closer to the finish line and this score remains tight. Oh, Stewart able to finish on a gorgeous lead feed from Sue Bird.
Sue Bird putting the ball where all Stewart had to do was stay in stride, catch and finish.
Stewart in double figures now with 10 points. A whistle here after Bird's 6th assist. And a foul is called as Ariel Atkins will check into the game for Asia Wilson. Ariel Atkins having such a strong season for the Washington Mystics. And it was interesting talking with Mike Tebow, winningest coach of this league's history. Said the most emotional he's been in the first half of this season was when he found out his player Ariel Atkins was going to her first Olympics.
The pride you take when you have a young player like that as Ogunbowale hits another one. When you have a young player like that, he's watched her mature and develop, and now gets to cheer her on with Team USA.
Ogunbowale 17 points now. Stewart too strong. Another chance here for Team USA. Here is Griner working the block. Couldn't finish through the contact, and Ogunbowale, what speed from Ogunbowale, just dashes into the front court. Betnijah Laney, the first-time All-Star, unable to hit from 3. I like the count it from LaChina. Up in the mix with some great shots there as Griner puts in the hook. It is a 1-point game, 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Ogunbowale with 17. Here's Jones putting it on the deck and getting to the cup.
Jonquel Jones.
Oh, how about Chelsea Gray getting tricky? Can Atkins complete the play? Maybe Gray will herself. Her jumper, no. Griner keeping it alive.
Oh, I thought Griner was going to dive after Chelsea Gray made that move and maybe get a dunk.
Well, they wanted a 3 instead, and Atkins provided it.
It was all planned.
Ariel Atkins, Chelsea Gray, both on Team USA for the first time, along with Jewell Loyd. Laney kept her right foot down and able to finish. Griner poked away. 60-58, Team WNBA with a 2-point lead. Jones had it stripped, might have lasted her, no. It'll stay with Team WNBA. Sylvia Fowles will check in. Courtney Williams as well with Kahleah Copper. Both first-time All-Stars. Sylvia Fowles, no, she's been there quite a bit.
Yeah.
Fowles, a 7-time All-Star. A league MVP, a 2-time finals MVP. Here's Hamby, unable to hit, long rebound to Williams. Her mid-range is good.
I want to see the ball in Courtney Williams' hands a little bit more.
Williams averaging 16 points, 6 rebounds. Always just an outstanding rebounding guard. As Loyd a little strong in her jumper. Here is Sabally. Had it knocked away by Fowles, taken by Loyd. Loyd gets it back from Fowles. Atkins alone on a 3. And Fowles claws it in traffic. Finishes plus the foul.
Sylvia Fowles has been meaning business in all her moments on the court. Here, goes up in between 2, snatches the board, finishes, chance for the and one, kind of comes out of nowhere. When a shot goes up, attack the glass, she does it well.
9 points for Fowles. The 4-time Olympian seeking her 4th gold medal this year. And completes the 3-point play. It is a 1-point game under 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter of this All-Star game, featuring Team USA in advance of heading to Tokyo against Team WNBA. Here is Sabally. Williams leaning, hits the jumper.
Put the ball in her hands more.
That's what she does. A mid-range master. And Williams smiling as she got tied up with Tina Charles.
Courtney Williams gets great elevation on her mid-range game here, leaning. Beautiful follow through, finishes, and then a big smile after. Well, before she got hit in the face.
And it just adjusted the smile slightly.
Slightly.
Charles at the line. Skylar Diggins-Smith getting ready to check in for Team USA. Rebecca, Tina Charles, obviously one of the most decorated players in this league's history. But what has impressed you most about the season she's having this year in Washington?
The load that she's carrying for that team. Elena Deladon yet to play. Maisha Hines-Allen has had limited action because of injury. And Tina Charles has just stepped up and said, all right, give me the basketball. I'll hit from 3. I'll take it at you. I'll defend. Having one of the best years of her career.
And if that Washington team gets back, Elena Deladon in the second half, and Emma Meeseman decides to play, look out.
Yeah.
USA women's first team foul in the last 2 minutes.
Laney. Here's Sabally trying to work it in over Charles, could not. The follow won't go from Brionna Jones. Here is Gray. 2-for-1 opportunity for Team USA. Fowles, the sweeping hook, and the beautiful touch. This game tied at 64. Brionna Jones from 17 feet. Shot clock turned off. Here is Gray around the foul screen. Gray, the breakdown, 2 seconds left. Able to pizza pie it home. Oh, what a move from Chelsea Gray.
At a 2020 or 2021?
I think we could say 2021.
Okay.
No.
But yes, either one I think works, Rebecca. As Fowles can't finish, Atkins able to flag it down. And we have a tie game to start the 4th quarter here. Diggins-Smith, nice find of Fowles. Charles gets fouled, and let's check in with Holly Rowe, who has a very special guest.
Well, we owe that 1996 Olympic team so much because they really helped the impetus and the groundswell to start the WNBA. Here with me is Ruthie Bolton, a member from that team in 1996, a WNBA All-Star herself and a two-time gold medalist. How important was your impact, that Olympic team, on what we see on the court right now?
You know what? The impact was huge. I'm so thankful to be a part of that foundation and be a part of the legacy. And we did something. You either be history or make history. And we made history in Atlanta 25 years ago. And I'm so thankful to see these young ladies playing basketball and to be able to carry on the tradition. It's amazing. So it's a fun night. It's exciting for basketball.
It really is exciting. That 96 team started this current stretch of 6 straight gold medals. How important was that, and what's the message for this Team USA to go win number 7?
The message is, you know what, basketball is beautiful. The USA, obviously the tradition. I'm just thankful to have been part of the foundation, and Dawn Staley, who I played on a lot of teams with her. I'm so happy for her and happy for her, just the things she's endured. And being a coach, and she's going to do well. She's going to do well. She's a great leader, and she was definitely a great teammate.
Well, Ruthie Bolton, thank you so much for all that you've done. I'm so glad that these players gave you your flowers now because we would literally not be here without that 96 team. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Really cool moment, Rebecca. And obviously I want to ask you, what do you remember most about that experience and in that gold medal, which has started this unbelievable run?
Well, it wasn't just the experience of the Olympics where we were together a year like they did not have before or since in terms of the amount of time the Olympic team was together, and that helped lay the groundwork for the WNBA. You know, it was the first time you could buy a women's basketball jersey. It was the first time you could buy a poster with a women's basketball team on it, and now to see how far it's come, it's so gratifying.
Well, as someone who loves this league and this game, thank you, partner. To you and your teammates for everything you did to bring us to this point in year 25 now of the WNBA. Fowles raises up, can't finish. Got a tight game here, 2-point contest. 8 minutes and 22 seconds to go. And Kahleah Copper in her first All-Star game ties it up.
This is going to be a fourth quarter, unlike what we normally see. Normally, this is when the players start getting out of the way, let the bigs who can dunk get into the lane. This one is about who's going to win.
I mean, when do you see an All-Star game that's 68-68 at this point?
Right?
Atkins able to get it back. Tees it up for Gray. The rainbow from 3. We've had 12 ties, 9 lead changes. Everybody involved. Jones connects to tie it up again.
When's the last time we had overtime in an All-Star game? You and I did that one in Phoenix.
In Phoenix, yes.
Shoni Schimmel year.
That's right. Resball.
That's right.
Atkins can't flip it in. Jones the rebound. That was an outstanding All-Star game. There was that crazy comeback at the end of regulation as Williams bunny hops in the bucket. And it's a 2-point lead 3 minutes into this fourth quarter for Team WNBA. DeWanna Bonner, Arike Ogunbowale, Candace Parker getting ready to check in for Team WNBA. And the turnover from Fowles. Here comes Williams. Oh, Jonquel Jones to her teammate Bree Jones for 2.
Really nice, unselfish basketball that time by the All-Stars.
Here's Fowles. Stops on a dime and travel. So back-to-back turnovers from Fowles and substitutions here for both teams.
Good unselfish play, and this time you were right. One Connecticut Sun to another. Jonquel Jones to Bree Jones. Beautifully executed. Just as nicely executed from that angle.
The execution only elevates.
Each time.
Here's Williams, a 4-point lead for Team WNBA. Ogunbowale got fouled by Stewart, and it'll stay right here. With 6:08 to go in the fourth quarter. Now Sue Bird, Asia Wilson will check back in for Team USA. Out there with Atkins, Griner, and Stewart. Rebecca, take us into the mindset right now of both teams with this score. It's an exhibition game, obviously, but there's a little more at stake here, and how both teams are probably feeling the different mindsets because of, you know, the different stakes here for each team.
Yeah, I think they're both feeling the same thing, actually. Is, man, this is close, and for the All-Stars, we got a chance to win this thing. Let's pull this out. This is serious bragging rights, a lot more than it would be in a normal All-Star game. And of course, USA. All right, let's show what we can do in closing time. This is our chance to get our tune-up. Let's see what we can do here in these last couple of minutes.
Ogunbowale for three, plus the foul. She's been a heat-seeking missile for that MVP since tip, and this adds to the campaign. Her teammate, and she prepares to try and lead Team USA to a gold medal, taking over for Gina Auriemma.
Dawn Staley and Lisa Leslie are the best of friends. Played on a lot of Olympic teams together. There are serious bragging rights between those two on the line right now as well.
Holly Rowe?
Well, you're not kidding. They've actually been teammates on USA Basketball since they were 14 years old. Lisa Leslie said, Dawn's been telling me what to do for a long time. She's a coach on the floor. And now for her to get this opportunity to coach the U.S. national team, it is so precious and so special, as we see a shot clock violation there. Dawn Staley representing so much that is important in the WNBA for black women coaches, and she has been making the USA proud for a long time. And Lisa Leslie said she can coach me anytime. We take great pride that we're getting Team USA ready today in this All-Star game.
And you know what? This is exactly the kind of game that gets you ready, right? A very tight contest as Jones dishes to Williams, her former teammate, and now a potential steal indeed. Off the inbound, Team WNBA with an 8-point lead thanks to Williams. Lisa Leslie, Tina Thompson have shown they've wanted this all game long. We've heard them mic'd up, coaching up Team WNBA. Atkins splashes in a big three to cut it to 5. Four minutes to go in this fourth quarter. Team WNBA, 5-point lead on Team USA. Williams able to save it. 8 to shoot. Here's Parker dishing out. Ogunbowale. You bet! On a three. Arike Ogunbowale gets the lead back to 8. As Wilson can't hit, Team WNBA starting to expand the cushion. Something I have to do to be of equal height to Rebecca Lobo in a game open. Ogunbowale can't finish, gets it back, hit it to 3.
What do you get the sense? The crowd here, are they rooting for Team USA or Team WNBA?
I think it feels Team WNBA-ish. Bird connects. Second field goal of the game for Bird. A 12-time All-Star, most in league history. She has 6 assists today. Griner leads all Team USA scores with 17. 24 now for Ogunbowale, and a timeout taken by Team WNBA.
And Arike Ogunbowale making the whole family very proud.
It's a beautiful story, Holly. It is wonderful to see the Bryant family here, such champions of this league. And Arike certainly rocking that number 24 well here in the All-Star game. A 9-point lead now for Team WNBA, but Breanna Stewart says don't go away yet. It's a 6-point game. 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Ogunbowale through the lane. The floater is good. Arike Ogunbowale going for that MVP. Nice find. Bird to Wilson for 2.
Arike Ogunbowale wearing number 24. I wonder in 2024 what her number is going to be on the Olympic team.
She'll have one.
Yes.
We know that.
You would presume.
6-point game. Team USA needs a stop. Bonner flipping it up and off. An opportunity here for Team USA. Down 6 with 1 minute and 20 seconds to go. Wilson got hit. Clean block. Williams on the rejection. On the other end, Williams. No. Rebound, Loyd. Team USA running out of time. Coming on 1 minute remaining. And a turnover here. Griner and Loyd not on the same page. And it's Team WNBA basketball leading by 6 with 1 minute to go. And hugs on the sideline for Candace Parker and Liz Cambage.
So much credit to Team WNBA for coming out and competing the way they have this entire game.
Ogunbowale might go dagger seeking. Williams with 1 to shoot. Williams flips it in. It's an 8-point game, and that may just about do it for Team WNBA. On Team USA, a surprising result for many, I would think. Nice play call here, and Stewart ends up with the basketball wedged against the backboard. My colleague, Ian Eagle, gets very excited about these moments. And we will have a jump ball.
The wedgie or
the wedgie.
The removal of the wedgie?
Everything about the wedgie. He's all about it. And you wonder, too, how does Team USA sort of absorb what's happened here on the floor today in preparation for the Olympics?
Well, of course they would rather have led and won this game, but I don't know that they are going to get a better contest and better competition than they have here so far in this game. I mean, they've had 1 practice together since the Olympic break came, so a lot to learn from. But you have to be thrilled with the level of competition they've seen so far.
Wilson out to Bird, time winding. Wilson can't hit. Jones the rebound. We'll see how Team USA plays this. They are backing off. Lisa Leslie and Tina Thompson are going to go to 1-0 as tag team head coaches. The fans rising to their feet. An impressive all-star game victory for Team WNBA. 93-85, the final.
All-Star 2021. Your final score, Team WNBA 93,